welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you'll stick around to see our homeschool journey. In today's video, I just wanted to walk through you what I'm going to be teaching for Rooted in Reading for this upcoming week. If you've been following me, you know I like to post these every Monday to kind of just give you an idea of what we're going to be doing. If you have not seen the overview for Rooted in Reading curriculum, I will leave a link down below and I will add a card up here at the top. Make sure you check that out because we are loving this curriculum. And I'm all about using books to teach, and this is a perfect way to do that. So I'm just going to walk you through kind of what I'm going to be doing for the week. So we're going to be reading Alexander Who Used to Be Rich on Sunday. This will be our core book for the week. Alexander books are very popular. The most popular one is Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. But they're all pretty popular. He's a very popular character, and they actually made a movie about it as well. So on Monday, what we'll be doing is we'll be reading this. I do have some question cards that I like to use on Monday and Tuesday. Also in reading, we will be talking about the lesson of the story. What is the author trying to teach you? And I actually have a anchor chart. It's not fancy or anything, but we're going to talk about what's lessons that we learned from the story. And then we'll put this poster up. We'll put this poster up, and then the kids actually have one that they'll put in their notebook as well. To go along with that, we will also talk about learning about lessons. They're going to watch a little video clip on YouTube, and then we're going to answer these questions about the lessons they could learn from the video clip. So that's kind of like our comprehension reading skill for the week. And then we also like to focus on vocabulary each day. In our vocabulary this week, we have several words. On Monday, I just like to review the words and talk about the words and what we think they mean. We do writing with this curriculum every day. So our writing is actually going to be one of the vocabulary words, vanish. And we're going to write about, pretend your favorite toy vanished. What would you do about it? So that would be the writing prompt for that day. And then we also have our grammar skill for the week. And our grammar skill is actually going to be pronouns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put this poster up. I'll read over this poster with them. I'll read over this poster with them, and they will be up all week for them to look at. Together we're going to create an anchor chart. I haven't created the anchor chart, but this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to draw a little person. I'm going to put this little thing right here, and then I printed out all the little pronouns, and I'm going to stick it on the poster as well. So that'll be an anchor chart that we do together. And the kids will then do a sort. Am I a pronoun? So they'll say can. It would go on this side. It's not a pronoun. I, that's a pronoun. It would go on that side. So they're going to do that sort as well. And that would be the lessons for Monday. For Tuesday, for reading, we're going to keep reading that same book. We're going to talk about the tips for finding the lesson in a text. Then again, they have one of these little posters to go in their notebook. And then here's the actual comprehension activity where we'll look into these texts and see if we can figure out tips for the lesson. Then for our vocabulary for that week, it's actually going to be a mix with writing. So our vocabulary and writing together is imagine rescuing an animal, write about it. So we'll do this together. And then we also, I'm going to read this book to them just for fun, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, and we'll see if we can find any lessons in it. And then for pronouns, we're going to do he, she, they, and you, and we're going to make this little flip book. It'll be folded in half. They'll cut it, and then they'll make up a sentence using he, and then she, and then they, and then you. So that is Tuesdays. On Wednesday, they're going to read this little passage. We'll read it together, the yard sale, and answer the questions. For the reading comprehension, we will retell the story from the very beginning of the week, the Alexander Who Used to Be Rich last Sunday. We'll talk about these questions. What does Ella Jen keep trying to do? What words do you keep seeing over and over? What part of the story made you stop and think? What did you learn from the story? And then they'll also draw a picture of him, and I have the directed drawing page. They'll draw a picture of him, and then they'll write about some of his character traits. And to go, they'll have to like write a sentence about his character traits. And to go with that, I have another anchor chart where we'll describe him together. Then for our vocabulary, they'll do this little I don't know what they're called. I can't think of the name of it now. A little 4 chart for the word wasteful. And then for pronouns, they're going to cut these out and make little books. It's called Packing Up Pronouns. And they're going to go around they're going to look into a book, and we'll probably use one of the books that we read, one of Alexander's books. And we will do a pronoun hunt through the book. I don't know which one I'll use yet for it. I might use the first one or the second one. Then on Thursday, for reading, like their actual reading skill, we're going to read the $5 bill, and we're going to discuss what we learned together. So that will be our reading. For our reading, we're also going to read Alexander Who's Not, Do You Hear Me? I Mean It, Going to Move. And we're just reading this for fun. For vocabulary, we're going to do Match It Up, where they have to match it. For writing, they're going to color the little piggy bank, and they're going to write about something they're going to save up money for, something that they would like to do. And then for the grammar, pronouns, we're going to make this little booklet. So it has all your pieces here, and you make the little booklet, and we'll glue it into their big notebooks. And then on Friday, we're actually going to read a nonfiction text that comes with the curriculum. It's called The Great Escape Artist, and I need to staple this real quick. So that'll be our reading. We'll read this book together. We're going to talk about connections, and we're going to actually make a connection between Alexander, who did magic tricks, and actual Harry Houdini, who was a magician. And then here, they're going to cut this out, put it in their notebook, and write facts about Harry Houdini. Then we'll take a little vocabulary quiz. Oops, this was in the wrong place. And then we're going to do the little comprehension check for the story of the week. And then for pronouns, these will be posted around the room. It's kind of like a hunt. We do these quite frequently. And the kids have to go around the room and find them, and then they got to replace it. So number 1 says, it isn't fair that Nicholas had $1. Instead, it should be, it isn't fair that he has $1. So they'll write he into this box. Just a fun little pronoun practice. And that will be all that we do for our reading, our writing, our grammar, our vocab for the week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more homeschool videos.